Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Gotta love chocolate.
Motion for approval of the agenda.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We are now at the point where we have our public comments. Public comments. Up to 60 minutes have been allocated for public comments at each regular board meeting. The board does not respond to public comments, though members may ask the chairman to request clarification. Priority to speak is given to district residents, parents, students, and employees. Speakers must be present when called or forfeit their opportunity. Only individuals who have signed up may speak. Time may not be transferred or shared. Each speaker is limited to 3 minutes. The board will not hear in open session 1, complaints about the performance of school personnel, 2, personnel issues, or 3, confidential student issues. Should a speaker wish to seek information or share items that may not be shared during public comments, members of the UCPS cabinet staff are available to address your concerns or provide information. Cabinet staff members are seated at the table to my left. Pursuant to North Carolina General Statute 143-318.17, any individual who willfully interrupts, disturbs, or disrupts an official meeting may be directed to leave by the presiding officer, in this case, the chairman, myself. Failure to comply with such a directive may result in removal from the meeting and could constitute a Class 2 misdemeanor. Please be advised that any member of the public engaging in such conduct will be removed from the meeting. Continued disruptive behavior may result in a review of eligibility to attend future meetings. And the good citizens that we have to speak on today is Tina Skikes Mosley is here. Please come and you will have 3 minutes. Excuse me, did that timer start already?
Nope. Oh, I'm sorry, the wrong one. You switched them on me, Preston. Sorry.
Okay, I want to make sure you had your full 3 minutes.
Thank you for that. My name is Tina Sykes Mosley, and I am the founder of Marcus, Mothers Advocating for Real Change and Unwavering Support. I am a grieving mother, I am an advocate, and I am one voice among many in the community that refuses to forget. Tonight, I come before you with love in my heart and fire in my soul. I stand here not for pity, but for justice, for dignity, for remembrance, because our children deserve more than silence. They deserve to be honored. They deserve to be celebrated. Let me ask you, how do you define a student? Is it a child who shows up the first day of kindergarten with wide eyes and big dreams? Is it the teen who raises their hands in class, who joins the debate team, the football squad? Is it the child, the student that helps a friend with their heartbreak, sharing a slice of pizza at lunch? Then our children are also students too. Many of the students we are speaking of today began their academic journeys in the Union County Public School system. They walk the same hallways, learn from the same teachers, and dream the same dreams as their classmates. They built relationships. They had sleepovers and parties, sports team, academic clubs, student leadership councils. They made memories in your schools. And yet, when tragedy stole them from this earth, when violence took the lives of too soon, you erased them. When you refused to say their names at graduation, when you denied them a seat, a cap, a name with pride, You are sending a message loud and clear that their legacy didn't matter, that they weren't important enough, that they are disposable. You tossed them aside as if they were trash. But I'm here today to tell you something different. They did exist. They mattered. They were impactful, and they are still loved. And they are worthy of being honored at graduation, just like the living students that grew up beside them. We are asking for the same human dignity and remembrance of classmates that the living receive as well. One chair with their cap and gown draped over it. Their names spoken loudly with joy and reverence over the PA system. And one family represented to walk across the stage to receive an honorary degree. That is love. That is healing. That is right. We are not asking for special treatment. We are demanding equal compassion, because grief doesn't remove someone from a school community. It only reveals who was willing to stand beside them in their absence. To the Board of Education, the decision makers, let their names be spoken. Let their lives be acknowledged. Let their legacy live on. Anything less is not just disrespectful, it's humane. We are watching, we are grieving, and we're not going away. I am Tina Sykes Mosley. I am a warrior of my son, Marcus Gerard Mosley, who lost his life to gun violence on September 29th, 2020. Thank you very kindly.
Our next speaker is Leslie Stanfield.
Good evening, school board. Thank you for letting me have a few moments of your time. I'm here to share a quick story and reason why I'm here. On October 30th, 2023, I had the misfortune of losing my son, Christopher Stanfield, who was a junior at Porter Ridge High School. Christopher would have been a part of the graduating class this year, 2025, and Christopher loved Porter Ridge, and he was looking so forward to graduation. I'm here because at the time I was called by the school, asked to come in, get some tickets for graduation. I was given a yearbook and a pendant with Porter Ridge on it, but I was told that his name was not going to be called at the ceremony, and that it was generally decided by all the principals of the schools that students' names would not be called, but there would just be moments of silence. Well, if any of you, if you ever have this experience of losing your child, that is so disheartening, because you want people to know that your child was here, that they did matter. So my sister and I, we went to the graduation, and I was handed a certificate, not even an honorary diploma. I was given and I was told that his name was not going to be called. So we sat there, and it was so heart-wrenching. Tears poured down my face as I sat there for 3 minutes of silence, and his name was not even called. So imagine if you had a child, someone you poured so much into, and you knew he was looking at graduation. His friends were there who loved him too, and we couldn't get a little bit of comfort with respect to our grief process. So I'm here because I'd like to appeal to the school board that could the principals at the various schools at least speak with the parents and decide on how we honor that student. Yes, could it be putting a chair there with a cap and gown and, giving an honorary diploma, allowing the parent to walk across the stage for them? Or if the parent doesn't want that, and they just want to be silent, that's fine too. But I think, I'm a pediatrician, and all of you, those in education, we know that grief has a long shadow. It's important to allow people to heal. It helps the family. It helps the students. And I feel that if these students see this kind of act of kindness, and that we realize we will lose people along the way, that's a part of growing up, that's a part of life, but we can do things to help everybody heal, that will impact them as they go forward. Not just, books, math, science, but just the education of being human. And lastly, we open this meeting with prayer and asking God to cover us. And I hope that the blood of Jesus will cover everybody's child, and you will not have to experience the loss of one. But at the same time, Jesus bestow kindness and caring, and if we're supposed to be Christian or whatever religion, God, let's have God in the room, and let's have God take care of everyone in our community. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Reagan Shaw?
Hi guys. Well,
Hi.
thought we were going to be talking about Moms for Threesomes shenanigans, but we'll save that for another night. Speaking to these ladies, my heart just breaks for what they've gone through, and I just want to say that I think that that it's a kindness that we really should be teaching at UCPS to honor those that we've lost. I think that's definitely part of the education that we pass on to our students. So I would definitely echo, what they have said in terms of their requests. I would totally support that, and hope you will too. I guess tonight, I really, as usual, am very concerned about the funding situation. It'd be great if you could update us on what is going on, what you guys are doing to try to advocate. I still don't hear any public advocacy, and that's always disheartening. I saw that the county commissioners did not honor what you were asking for the supplement increases that you had requested. I don't find that surprising. I think there was a lot of grandstanding by certain people who said that they supported teachers, but when it comes down to it, the rubber hits the road, they didn't. There's a lot going on at state level, and my gosh, there's so much going on at federal level, and all that will trickle down to our students. The Medicaid cuts are so worrisome. We need mental health services, we need more counselors, we need more nurses. When we don't have that, the consequences can be deadly for kids, and that's not exaggerating, that really can happen. It's sad to see that we're having another year where teachers are starting the school year thinking that the state doesn't care about them. And I would love to see you guys really do public advocacy to show teachers how much you care, to get them paid properly. We have SNAP cuts that are going to take effect. That's going to be hungrier kids. What are the mitigation efforts that we are going to be doing to try to tackle some of these shortages? It's concerning, as it has been for quite some time, and I'm so tired of talking about it. It's so depressing just to see so much go down the toilet. And not make any progress, but I'll still be here because I care, and I hope enough people do. Thanks.
Ms. Jen Sanders?
Hello, everyone.
Hello?
So we have a GOP, a Republican-led, mind you, that just overrode a veto that allows teachers in private schools to have weapons/guns in classrooms. But don't believe that it's going to stop there. They will be coming for public education as well. Not to mention, they're waiting to overturn the conceal and carry veto for anyone over the age of 18. Yet, you want to propose a new policy that has zero tolerance for cell phones in schools. If we don't care about gun violence in schools, as a reminder, we have been practicing Code 500 drills, that's active shooter drills, and yet you are stopping the only form of communications I would have with my children. I think not. A reminder, you are about to hear a lot over the next few weeks about the opt-out options for students. So I will tell you, I will be opting out of having my children not be able to have access to those cell phones. Why? Simply because when I send my kids to school every day, I remind them that I love them and that I support them and I hope they have a great day. And I also pray that I will see them in 7 hours. I will not allow you to take the ability to have my children call me in the most desperate and terrifying moments of their lives. I hope to God that that call will never happen, but I'll be darned if I'm going to be not available for that call. A reminder that parent choice works both ways. Until you can say that gun violence will not touch UCPS, I will not allow my children not to have access to their phone. Side note about phones and students, many of them use them while they're studying. When we have a schedule that forces our children to sit in one class for 90 minutes, which is a really long time to ask kids to sit still, many teachers allow their kids to have one headphone in and do independent work. Many kids have ADHD, autism, or just fidgety in their seats. Many finish their work early. If we have an hour and a half classes, it's only fair to give the kids the ability to have access to their phones, of course, with some guidelines from the teacher, of course. We live in a world of technology. Their schedules are on their phones, homework assignments, Infinite Campus, Canvas, websites. Yes, they have access to Chromebooks, but they also are kids. Technology cannot be swept under the rug. Guidelines, boundaries, absolutely. But I think that should be left up to the teachers and not across the board clearing of all cell phone use. Again, I hope that that doesn't happen, those calls, but those are the messages that parents hear when their kids are in danger. So as a reminder, appreciate all the teachers, everything that they do. I know you feel like you're always under attack, but we'll continue to support and advocate you. To our students, stand up for yourselves and know you're worthy, and have a safe school year.
Mr. Lieutenant, before we do our next item on the agenda, can we really look at the way we honor students, whatever you have, and if there's something that you can maybe share even tonight on some things that we have done, just so that the public will know that that's something that we take seriously.
Absolutely. It is something we take very seriously, and I'll just say from the beginning, condolences to our guests that are here tonight for your loss. I can't imagine what that is like as a parent, and so very sorry, and our heart is with you. We got a lot of feedback on this issue from graduations this past year. When that happened, I immediately asked our executive team, under the direction of Dr. Jay Jones, to form a cross-functional group of leading experts in kind of the field region, as well as our administrators and other voices, to kind of figure out what we've been doing in the past and how we lead this work moving forward with honoring individuals who may have passed away when they're in high school, in particular at graduation. We are not finished with that review process. We're in the final stages of that, and we'll be happy to share and communicate with the board what our conclusions have been when that process is done. But what we have asked is that this work be led at the very out front with compassion and based on the wishes of the family. I think Ms. Stanfield said that in her remarks, that not all families are the same, and we have to approach this with all families based on their needs and based on what their wishes and desires are. And so that is what we have tasked this committee with reviewing. The balance between what does that research body say on how you handle grief and those things versus how you lead this work with compassion and empathy. And that is what we've asked our team to do. So again, when that process is done, which we hope will be before the first of the year, we'll be glad to share that information with the board.
Thank you, Dr. Thank you, Dr. Luhan. And I wanted to make sure that while you were here, you heard that. We are aware of what's going on, but I wanted him to share what is going on so that we can make sure that we are best positioned to bring honor and dignity to those that have come up through our ranks. So thank you all for coming tonight and sharing your heart. Greatly appreciate it. Now, let us get back. Motion to approve the minutes of July 8th.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Thank you. Mr. Mariel is with us. He is through the telephone tonight. Motion for approval of consent agenda.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, Mr. Superintendent.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I want to say a big congratulations to our students and staff at Wolf School and at our early college who have started school already. Those schools have already opened for the year, and I'm pleased to report that we are off and running and off to a great start at those locations. We've seen a lot of smiles, a lot of great responses to being back in school. And I want to thank our teachers, our principals, administrators at those buildings, as well as our transportation staff who was already hitting the ground running to make sure our kids are getting to and from school safely. So great job. For our teachers and staff on the traditional schedule, it's hard to believe that summer is quickly coming to a close. Our first optional teacher workday will be on August the 15th. I hope all of our traditional school-based staff enjoy their last few weeks of your break. We look forward to seeing you very soon. To our parents, the first day of school is August 25th. We want you to please check your school social media pages, back-to-school pages, located at the top of our websites for open house dates, enrollment information, and bell schedules, and much more. I also want to make sure our community understands that the state of North Carolina has shifted and now has officially transitioned our previous student information system called PowerSchool into a new system called Infinite Campus. Our IT teams and implementation teams have done a great job getting us ready for this change. All parents should have received communication by now on how they can claim their accounts and get access to their child's information. Remember, this is where you will go to access grades, attendance, bus routing, primary points of contact, emergency contacts, etc. So it's really important that our parents are able to get into that system and input the correct information. I want to say a big thank you to Mr. Jay Parker. Thank you, Jay, and his team, especially Chris Conway, for leading this project and for getting us ready to go on day one of school. I also want to thank our partners and staff for putting on a phenomenal Family Fun Fest this past Saturday. This is our second event that we held at Monroe Middle School. It was a huge success. We had over 1,100 students and parents attend. We provided over 350 families from our Title I schools with free school supplies. And this year we added 3 parent sessions, one on Infinite Campus, one on best practices for supporting your students at home, and then one on resources for our multilingual families. Our parents were really engaged. Thank you to the members of the board who were able to stop by. And a big special shout out to Ms. Stalbert and her communications team, as well as to the federal programs team who were responsible for planning and organizing. And a big thank you to Monroe Middle School for hosting. I hope everyone has a phenomenal and safe school year. Board members, this concludes my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Superintendent. Greatly appreciate that. Policies and administrative guidelines for review.
Yes, good evening. There is one policy, and it's a proposed new policy, the use of cell phones and wireless devices. This policy went to the policy committee this evening and is recommended for fast track this evening and to be approved by the board.
I want to say something about it's a law now. It's not us. We didn't do this at all. We didn't even ask for it. We did ask for it. But the General Assembly did it themselves, and that's why we're in here.
Any additional comments?
No, I do. I agree with what Ms. Sanders said. You know, I agree with the cell phone policy. I 100% agree that if you don't want your child to have a cell phone, then don't give them a cell phone. But my kid's gonna have a cell phone at school, and so I don't agree with this law. I do know that we already had policies in place, and every school, every high school, every middle school already has. We have a code of conduct that our students do abide by, and so unfortunately they're trying to make, I don't know if it's like some sort of ban they're trying to do, but we already follow. It's pretty much similar to that, but again, this is not the Board of Education, Union County, that is doing this. This is coming straight from Raleigh. So we don't want people coming to us and coming down on us. It's not coming from us. This is coming from the state. So we know we get a lot of heat from everyone, but we just want you to know that it's not coming from us. But I agree with you on this, and we just want you to be aware that we're so don't come at me. I'm just saying.
Some flexibility.
We know that, so we just, but yes, we know we understand the whole phone policy, but it's just, we get it, so.
Anyone else?
I have a question.
Go ahead, sir.
And this kind of goes along with what I was going to ask later on anyway, but is it possible that we as a school system could, as a board, could develop a resolution, I think a resolution, what was done during the time of COVID when the majority of the board was against some of the policies that were being put in place dealing with COVID. It was a statement that said that what the stance was in opposition to the mask and what have you. Is that something that we can do since we're talking about the cell phones? And I was going to make that proposal anyway tonight, since we're talking about that, as well as making some statement saying that in regards to the finances, to the budget, saying that UCPS, we do not support certain things that are causing our students and staff not to operate to their full potential. I mean, is that something that we could do? Because I know we can do it, but is that something that you, Mr. Chair, would be willing to propose and create as a statement piece that says this cell phone ban or what have you doesn't make sense because students and parents need to feel safe, as well as make a statement in regards to the money going to other entities instead of public school?
Thank you, Reverend Kirkpatrick. One of the things and what I hear you saying isn't that we don't follow what's been passed down, just express how we feel about what has been passed down.
Well, we Union County we got a track record of not following, so it's not like we can't do it. I mean, we've done it before. So if we're in opposition to this, I think that a statement or what have you can be put in place that says this is what we as UCPS believe in or what have. I'm not exactly sure the proper wording, but I mean, we've broken the rules before.
Well, I would, one would want to say broke rules, but at the
We
same
broke the
time,
rules, Mr. Bench, Reverend Bench.
you know,
Set new
there,
standards.
there
Oh, that
was-
what it is?
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
there were things
All right.
there were things that were going on across the country that was new to the whole country, and so in doing so, a lot of the things that happened during that time has been proven one way or another. What people thought in the beginning wasn't necessarily how it shook out in the end. But to your point, any person is always able to address how they feel about a particular piece of legislation to that entity that put out that legislation. So if someone has doesn't like this, they can definitely reach out and share to their legislators, to the General Assembly, how they feel. Here in this particular situation, a lot of what's in that is a lot of what we do already. So I mean, they're whatever reason. Whatever reason that's the Marine in me. I'm always tearing stuff up. Whatever reason they have for bringing that out, it's a lot similar to what we do here already. Our student body and the superintendent can address some of this if he desires, but our student body knows not to be using cell phones at certain times already. And so I think that what the state legislators are doing is probably covering, maybe there are some other school systems enough in the state that have no policy. So they're just providing like blanket policy throughout, but it's really not that much different than what we're already doing.
Okay, so what I do is, once we finish this piece and we follow through, then I'll come back to the other request about the budget and ask about that and see your response on that.
Okay, did you want to say anything? All right. Any other responses? If not, the chairman will accept the motion on this matter. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
No.
Was that just one nay? Okay. All right, 8-1.
May I clarify the motion?
Absolutely.
Am I interpreting the motion to be that to fast track the policy?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Who made the motion?
Mr. Tucker
Thank you.
and Ms. Green seconded. And it was 8-1 with the vice chairman in dissent. Are you okay, Miss Donna?
Yes, thank you very much.
All right. All righty. With that said, board comments.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, sir.
I'll make a request that we make as a board, that we create some type of statement in regards to this school year. We know that we've been talking probably about a year or so in reference to the funds, not funds, but to funds that are not being allocated for our teachers, going to private and charter schools, that we create a statement that speaks against this this work or this legislation that's taking place, stating the importance of funds being released and given to teachers who work so hard. I think that we do owe our school system and our teachers at least that, to say that we are advocating for them publicly, even in some type of statement. As I said a few moments ago, we have done it before when something was not liked, and people, our constituents or our community, had concerns. We made a statement in regards during the time of COVID, and I pray we never have to experience that ever again. But I know that we should do it and we can do it to let our community know that our teachers and our schools deserve for a Board of Education to speak up on their behalf, not just privately, not just individually, but create a statement publicly as a board. And I hope that we can do that.
Here's what I'm going to ask of you, Reverend Kirkpatrick, the very distinguished leader of District 1, I want you to draft something up. I want you to put something together, and we'll do it. Okay? All right? Is that good enough for you?
Yes, sir. It ain't just for me, it's for all of us.
No, but I mean,
Yes, sir.
Your request.
Yes, sir. I definitely will. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Any other board comments? Well, let me just say that the summer is rapidly moving right along, and you can kind of tell we're low in numbers today, and that's a blessing for us. But Mr. Superintendent, I am at a crossroads. The Monroe Redhawks' first game this year is against the county that I am born in. And so I'll be traveling to Hope County, North Carolina, Mr. Todd, to watch my great Redhawks go against the Hope County Bucks. And so y'all pray that I don't get caught in the sandwich of family and relatives against my Red Hawk family. But sports is coming up, so let us be ready to prepare not only for the academics, but we all know that Union County is a great sports county, and we have champions throughout And so we're really looking forward to having another successful year academically, athletically, and, socially, mentally, to be the great county that we are. And I want to say thank you to Jay Parker, for all that he has done behind the scenes. And these facility workers that are here today, along with the representative from the company that has given us these brand new toys, these new mics and screens and all of this stuff. And so I want you to know that you were seen tonight. You weren't just sitting back there. You did great work. Mr. Hyra was here early and coordinating, and boy, she was running a good ship, making sure that everything was right for tonight. And so we want to thank her and her staff for being on the point. And again, thank you all for being here on tonight. Announcements from the board members.
On August 27th at 9 a.m., the Facilities Committee will meet, and then at 10 a.m., the Curriculum Committee will meet via Zoom for both.
The Strategic Planning, Information Technology, and Transportation Committee, otherwise known as SPIT, is scheduled to meet August 27th at 8 a.m.
All right. Policy?
Trying to remember what day it is. Policy is August 19th at 8 o'clock a.m. Thank you.
Right now, Mr. Chair, we do not have, Finance does not have a scheduled meeting. We're waiting on the budget
Thank you, sir.
to be determined.
Thank you, sir. All righty. All right. Motion to adjourn?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Well
Well done, everyone.
thank you all.